Hi everybody, this is Black Rhino Ranger. Just looking back at an old video I did back in February 20 back in February when Pyra and Mithra were the fourth DLC character of Fighter Pass 2. Back then there were only two spots left, and I made a video explaining that even though I do want him in the game, I actually doubt that Crash Bandicoot, who is one of, if not the most requested characters to be here in the game, will actually appear in the game. I had six reasons for it. Like the first one being Activision licensing, the second one being what was it again? Hey, Smash like to revisit past games. And some of these are pretty much may not be super relevant, and sometimes they might be. I will admit some of what I said in the past they may have been exaggerations, but admittedly this thing should be updated. Not because we only got one more fighter left. I mean, with Kazuya being the latest revealed, but because there's another reason now. The owners of Crash Bandicoot at the moment, Activision, had been in hot water a couple of weeks ago. In case you don't know, Activision Blizzard got sued for being a frat boy culture club. The female employees had been sexually harassed. You know the Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, Chris Savino, John Lasseter, Chris Walusi, Kevin Tsujihara, many of those guys. Activision has been sued because it's not just one person. It's a company. It's the owners of not just Crash Bandicoot, but also Skylanders, Spyro the Dragon, even Baywatch and Warcraft, who are owned by Blizzard. And because of Activision, the Activision lawsuit, some of the sponsors are pulling away from games such as Baywatch. They're no longer in deals with them because of what has happened. And, now this over here really slims Crash Bandicoot's chance to be in Smash. Even if he's ready to be released, or he's just finished the gameplay and stuff, they might have to scrap him, because they wouldn't want Activision's name on the game console if he actually does appear. He might be replaced by another character and may have to delay the DLC. But if the DC character were to go according to plan, it's probably not going to be Crash. It's probably another Japanese franchise character, just like Kazuya. Yeah. And because of all this, there was an animation I did plan to make. It was called The Last Invite, which had the Skylanders, Spyro, Gilgron, Trigger Happy, and Ruptor trying to actually steal the Last Invite in hopes that they would be popular again. But because of that lawsuit, that idea is currently put on hold, and it might be cancelled and replaced with another animation talking about the lawsuit. So now at the moment, Activision is currently asking all of its developers to focus on Call of Duty. That's what I've heard recently. Even Toys for Bob, the creators of Skylanders, developers of the Spyro Reignited trilogy, and Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time, are focusing on Call of Duty related stuff. But does this mean that Activision is not going to do anything more for Crash? Probably not. I mean, they do own King, which publishes the mobile games such as Crash Bandicoot on the Run. That's a mobile game, and that's still being updated to this day. And recently on Facebook and Twitter, the Crash Bandicoot, what was it again? The Crash Bandicoot official Facebook page and Twitter page posted this. It says here there's an exclusive behind the scenes look at the codes behind Crash's next gen haptic feedback. I don't know what this means actually, but I'm not sure if this is teasing anything. It might just be a fun looking image that the guys had just put up here. But some might say it might be a teaser for a brand new Crash Bandicoot game. Now before there was a rumored game thanks to an image leaked in Crash Bandicoot for It's About Time. When you spin after you complete 100% of the game, keep spinning the TV and a little symbol pops up. This is what the symbol looks like. The symbol is like a little thing, and there's a Wumpa in the middle, orange and blue thing. Some say it might be a teaser for a brand new Crash Bandicoot game, maybe a player versus player type of game. There was a thing called Crash Bandicoot Wumpa League, and some say, I'm not sure what Wumpa League is about, but it might be a bit of a, there might be two things about Wumpa League, or if it goes by a completely different name. It's either a remake to this game, Crash Bash. Now, and the party, one of the only two party games of the Crash Bandicoot franchise, along with Crash Boom Bang. Crash Bash, if you remember playing Crash Bash, it's basically 8 characters. Crash, Coco, Tiny, Dingodile, Cortex, Brio, Koala Kong, and Rillaroo, competing with these multiplayer games hosted by Aku Aku and Uka Uka, and that's about it really. Something about the ancients or something like that. It wasn't canon to the original. I mean, Tiny and Dingodile for some reason are on Crash and Cortex's side, but that was mainly because Uka Uka has too many players, so Kaku insists that 2 members are surrendered to Aku Aku and to Aku Aku, so it's a fair fight. In my opinion, they probably should have created 2 more good characters for Crash and Coco with the similar ability to Dingodile and Tiny. And keep in mind, this was before Crunch was made. Although Crash Bash could probably explain why Dingodile became a bit more of a goody two-shoes in It's About Time. Anyways, another indication of what this thing. Yeah, I mean, when it comes with Rumble, another idea that I think it pops in my head. I don't think it's very likely, but what if this new game, if it's called Crash Bandicoot Rumble or Crash Rumble or something like that, do you think it might be a Super Smash Bros. Style Crash Bandicoot game? Well, let's think about this, fellas. If we can't have Crash Bandicoot in Smash, why not have a game? Why not have a Crash Bandicoot game that has a similar style to Smash? I mean, it might as well. I mean, Crash Bandicoot takes a lot from the Mario franchise already. I mean, that was what Crash Bandicoot was originally meant to be. He was originally made to cash in. He was originally Sony and Universal's attempt to cash in on Mario and Sonic. He was a mammal and had the red shoes like Sonic, but he's orange and blue just like Mario. Red and blue just like Mario. That's what I meant. But he was originally made to cash in on Mario and Sonic, but he later became his own popular thing. And he also made Crash Team Racing, which is very similar to Mario Kart. There's Crash Bash, which is similar to Mario Party. So I don't see why he cannot have a Super Smash Bros. Style game of his own franchise. If we can't have him in Smash, let's have him make it. Let's have him have his own Smash game. That's what I'm trying to say. But another one that somebody asked me recently that maybe Crash Rumble might be a remake to another well-known and well-popular game, Crash Twinsanity, and a very popular but felt like it was unfinished type of game. Some people enjoyed that of its unfinished thing, like enjoying what it could have been or something like that. Like they like the ideas and they hope to maybe one day they might revive it with better execution. Especially the extra dimension which never got made. I mean, Cortex had this line, "I present to you another dimension." It should have been 2 new dimensions, but we ran out of time. So that's what somebody asked me. What if this Crash Rumble thing might be something for Crash, might be a remake to Crash Twinsanity? We don't know what's going to happen in the future. We don't know if this is an actual teaser for a future game, but even with that Activision lawsuit, Activision is not going to stop. I don't think Activision's going to stop on Crash Bandicoot. They're still the on-the-run game. And with this picture they recently submitted, it might tease something. I don't know what's to come for Crash, but we don't know until in the future. It might be a completely brand new game. It might be the Wumpa League game as many of us suspected. It might be a remake to Crash Bash. It might be a Smash style Crash Bandicoot game. It might be a remake to Crash Twinsanity. We don't know until more results come in. That's all I have to say. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think that this is legitimate evidence that there's going to be a brand new Crash Bandicoot game? Either a remake to a previous one or a completely brand new one? Or this is just a fun picture that the Crash Bandicoot people just posted just for funsies or something like that? Let me know in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed this video.